What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of our favorite wrestling podcast, Lucha House Show Podcast. That's at podcast.luchahsp on Instagram and Lucha HSP on YouTube and Spotify. I'm Mars, the voice of violence. As always, joined here at virtual ringside by my colleague, the undreaded demon El Cero Miedo, Rowdy Rod. And mate, it's been a couple of weeks. Last week, life
Yes.
got in the way of wrestling again, and we didn't do a show. But we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk WrestleMania 43 announcement, massive announcement there. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about it. We'll try and break it down a bit and give you what our views are. We'll talk WrestlePalooza. We'll rate it. We'll talk about what people are saying about it.
Yep.
We'll talk about the matches, and we'll give you again our 2 cents. And we're gonna talk about the man at the moment. He's been described as the gynecologist of WWE for obvious reasons. Dirty Dom and his meteoric rise to the top, and where we think he's going. And I know I've been keeping the rowdy one on the
Yeah,
edge of his
man.
seat about my fantasy booking, but I've got an idea, and when I've got an idea, I like to keep it under my hat
Yeah, it's good,
until I
man. I
do an
like it.
episode of this
That's
pod.
how wrestling works. No one needs to
Yeah,
know
that's how wrestling works, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to keep kayfabe alive, mate. Trying to keep kayfabe
it.
alive in the era of behind the curtain, behind Unreal or whatever you want to call it. And you know, what do you want to start with, mate? I know. Look, and I'm going to give you the moment. I'm going to give you the time to say. I'm going to give you as much time as you want to
Yeah.
boast and to claim it because one of your peeps, you know. And if you want to start at WrestlePalooza, we can start there. It's up to you.
Let's start WrestlePalooza. Let's go. Let's go to WrestlePalooza. We had uh it was a good show. Like it was alright. It's good. I think ESPN was a bit too hard on it. We had really good matches. Just some of the matches were like goddamn. Um, and but let's start with the beginning of the show. We knew it was AEW going against WWE. WWE was gonna go at the same time, and what better way to start with a banger? So they started with Brock Lesnar against John Cena, the shortest match of the night. It didn't even get to the 9 minutes, 8 minutes and 50 seconds, according to Wikipedia. I didn't time it, uh, and we just had the Beast Brock Lesnar. That's what we got. We got the Beast. We got the Destroyer. We got the Brock Lesnar that we all got to hate at some point when he was the champion. Exactly the same one. Surprise is he spoke to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman announced him. That was fucking crazy, which opens the doors to so many things now in the universe of WWE because he's one of Paul Heyman's guy, but at the same time, you got the other Paul Heyman guys. Look, in terms of a match, Brock Lesnar is good in a good form, man. When he's starting to like run on the ropes, I was like, holy shit, that's scary. It's like when Braun Breaker starts running on the ropes. Like you can't be that big, that heavy, and that light on your feet. Like that's just not humanly possible. But we know Brock Lesnar is not humanly possible. He's
No,
just
he's a
made.
beast. He's
He's
a
been
beast.
made somewhere. We're never gonna know where he was made. And he skipped under wraps, and then he skipped breathing. Same thing. His daughter is just a beast as well. Um, just a machine. She's breaking records like no tomorrow. Wrestling, shot put. She's just absolutely beast, just like Daddy. So we know they just made absolutely different. Um, I think the biggest surprise of this, no, not so much for me, I say, but for majority of the people was the fact that Brock Lesnar beat John Cena. Now, in my point of view, I don't think this is gonna be the last time they're gonna see each other. It's gonna be another match, 100% before Cena retires and Cena will get the win. This is just a way to set it up for the next match that we're gonna have. What are your thoughts on this match?
Look, straight on the day of WrestlePalooza, I disagreed with you in relation to that there'll be another match, but I think you're right. The match was a complete annihilation of John Cena by Brock Lesnar, which was the same thing that happened all those years ago. I think it was 2014 when they
Yeah,
last had a match, and it was complete annihilation. Everyone was left dumbfounded, like, wow, John Cena lost. Like, the story has not had any build up, but this is what's happened with the John Cena retirement year. They spent a lot of time on a heel turn that never got paid off because The Rock never turned up at WrestleMania. Travis Scott turned up at WrestleMania, and no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
And you know that was a massive mistake. They wasted a lot of time on that heel turn. Okay, I so now they don't have time to build up stories. They're running out of time. He's got 5 dates left. I agree with you now. I think that we will see another Brock Lesnar versus John Cena match, and I think that John Cena will win. The match at WrestlePalooza was good, but it was just a complete annihilation. That's why
Yeah.
it didn't go for so long. John Cena's physically fit. He's got still got cardio. He can wrestle for longer than that. We've seen him. So yeah, good match, but just the story is not ending there.
Nah, he
If I
was a
can use
setup.
the pun from
It was
Cody Rhodes, yeah.
100%. It was 100% a setup. Like he just, it's gonna be another match. The amount of time he left, everyone's sad, people crying. He's like, that's what you
Yeah.
want. You want the people to be engaged because he has not lost this bad in any match. So
No.
and for Brock Lesnar to come and completely destroy him in
Mm.
his face of like, fuck, I fell,
Mm.
and he's gonna look for Brock Lesnar to have the next match. Will look, it's gonna be his last match probably, more than likely at Saturday
No,
Night.
I don't think so.
He's not gonna be The Rock. Forget about it. That's not
Well, I
happening.
don't know. I'm
It's not
still holding
happening.
out on
I don't.
that.
I don't think it's
Still holding.
happening. Forget about it. The only thing Rock's gonna be is in WrestleMania, and we're gonna talk about that later on. But not this WrestleMania. We know which WrestleMania we're talking about.
Yeah.
But look, I think we gotta scrape The Rock out of this. The Rock will come and do some stupid thing with John Cena. Probably we're not gonna have the match. The Rock is not gonna wrestle. It's not happening.
He
It's
doesn't look. He's cut too much. He's cut too much weight.
it's not The Rock.
Cut too
He's
much
just the.
mass.
It's
Mass.
just yeah. He's movie prepared. He's not ring prepared.
Well, I
hundred
hope
percent.
I hope it's for movies because there was talk that we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago that the rumor going around that he had some issue, some health issue, and I hope that's not why he's dropped the weight. But
Look, they said
you
he
know,
probably had a heart problem. Look, and it is open for discussion, and
mm,
it's a lot of people. Joe Rogan said, and I'm the same. I think the same. I think The Rock is taking something. He just doesn't want to say it, and he keeps it under wrap. Like it's just impossible for him to be that big for so long without taking something at his age. Like even if you're taking testosterone, dude, it's normal.
mm.
At that age, testosterone is starting to drop once you get older.
Yeah,
You take testosterone, it helps with the muscle build, stuff like that. Because otherwise, his schedule to be able to be that massive, it just doesn't add up. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't hurt anyone because to take, any enhancement drugs or even testosterone,
well, it would hurt him. It hurts himself. It hurts
it
his body.
doesn't because you still got to train. Like his training is not going to change. You still
Yeah,
got to train
but
to be able to
okay.
get to
So
that point.
those wrestlers, and we've digressed. We've moved on to a topic that I didn't really want to touch on. But
Yeah.
you're telling me that those wrestlers that have heart attacks at 39 that didn't hurt their body.
The body, you're talking about the body or you're talking about themselves as a person?
Hurts their body.
Oh, the body, 100%. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
hurt the body. But at a certain point, like when he's in this, we go into the hands games. So I'm not going to take that topic because I'm going to be here too long. But, anyways, The Rock. I think we got to scrape The Rock out of this. If The
We're
Rock's
not even
appear,
talking about The Rock. We're talking about Brock
I know,
Lesnar and
John
John
Cena.
Cena.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Scrape The Rock out of this. I think the last Saturday night main event is going to be from Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and John Cena will get the win because that's the win he needs. He's the win he hasn't get. He
I'll
gets
tell
the
you why it's
win,
not.
finishes and
I'll tell
retires.
you.
That's it.
There's, there's a simple answer as to why it's not going to be Saturday night's main event.
Why?
Because Saturday night's main event is not a PLE. It's not on ESPN. So Brock Lesnar versus John Cena's next fight will be on ESPN. It'll be a PLE. They're not
What's
going to
the
give
next?
that to NBC to play on free to air. No fucking way. No way.
I
No
don't know.
way.
Just I don't see. I don't want to. I don't see an ending. A last. Who's gonna be the last opponent? It'll
If
be
it's not
nice
the
to.
if it's not the Rock, if we put in the Rock to one side, it's going
Yeah.
to be a young guy coming through, and he's going to pass the torch. Might even be Braun Breaker.
You have to lose to Bron Breakker.
Nah, he will. Yeah, sorry, yeah, he will, and
He
that's
has
what
to.
passing the torch is.
Yeah,
That's how
hundred
the good
percent.
ones retire.
Yeah,
That's what the good
100%.
ones
You will
do.
have to lose.
They
We'll see.
retire looking
We'll
at the
see.
lights.
We'll see. But look, in terms of a match, it was good. Destroy, which it built up a lot of momentum. People is really invested now because now what's happening with John Cena? He hasn't a problem. Fucking lost to Brock Lesnar again in a massive way. So it's a beautiful setup. I love the way he did it. Even though people was angry about it, I wasn't surprised. That's the Brock Lesnar we're gonna get,
You're getting reactions. You're getting reactions.
and
Anger's
that's
a
a
reaction.
and that's what you need. That's what you need with
Mm.
John Cena at the last moment. You need people to get built to get excited for his final win against Brock Lesnar.
That's right.
Then we had the Vision going against the Usos with LA Knight as special referee. Fuck, that was awesome. Gotta love him as
Yeah, that
special
was good.
referee.
That was good.
He did so good. The
Mm.
Usos came out of with the old song. Not yelling so much, but we're starting to see the heel turn. It's happening. Joe's is turning heel
Yeah.
100% now. I've been saying it for a while. It's gonna
Mm.
happen. Jericho needs to turn heel. It's gonna happen. He's going the dark ways, and I think he's gonna go with Seth Rollins at some point. I think that's what's gonna happen. But anyways, in terms of a match, this was just the Vision destroy the Usos.
Yeah.
God damn, they did so good.
And they
Like,
got a they got a little help. They got a little help from the Usos destroying themselves, like chair shot to the head off the rebound. Or
yeah,
actually,
the
it wasn't a
remote was
rebound.
fucking awesome.
Actually, it wasn't a rebound. If you watched it from a different angle, he clipped himself on the way down. He sliced his own head with the chair.
Yeah, he just hit it to. It's an awkward spot, but if I can
Mm,
add up to the whole thing, and the
mm.
ending, as he going 1, 2, 3, you can see the table folding into Jimmy.
Yeah,
One,
yeah,
two,
yeah,
and
yeah.
three,
That
and the
was
table did the
classic.
top.
That
That
yeah,
was like
yeah.
you couldn't script that,
No.
even if you tried.
And LA Knight being the referee was a good touch too. And like
100%.
he, I mean, Jay pushed him out of the way, so he basically saved LA Knight.
Yeah. So we're talking about now in building that Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, LA Knight, the
Mm.
the Bron the Bronsons, Bron Breaker, the Brons.
The bronze, yeah, the
Um,
bronze, yeah.
But I'm surprised how good Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are working as a tag team. I'm
I'm
really
not.
surprised.
I'm not. I think they're both great workers, and I think
Yeah,
they're the
but
future. And
it's a different thing. That both great individual workers.
mm,
They haven't been tag team. That's what I'm getting at.
no,
They're
mm,
not tag team wrestlers. They've been doing tag team for a long time. So
mm,
for them to be doing a tag team that good is amazing because it's hard to do tag team. So we've seen it so many times. They've tried with
yeah,
good wrestlers. They're good wrestlers. They're trying to do a tag team. It just doesn't work.
mm,
They don't click. But the Browns are fucking killing it. Give
yeah.
him the title. Fucking, I wouldn't be surprised they give him the title
I
because
think they should. I think they
they
should.
are a
Yeah,
really good tag team. Like they
yeah.
actually work as a tag team. You believe they're a tag team. Like now, if you split them apart, you're like, fuck, why? Keep them
And you
as a
know
tag
what?
team.
It'll give credibility back to the men's tag team title
100%.
because it's kind of just floating. I mean, I know JD McDonough and Finn Balor have it. That's great. They're a good tag team, but the divisions, I don't know. There's something wrong with it. Like, it's not quite right.
It's no one looking after the division. That's why.
Mm,
I don't think
mhm.
it's not a rider, a tag team rider that's looking after the division. I think that's a problem. Like you need to have someone looking after the women's division. You need someone after looking after the men's division, and you need someone to be looking after the tag team division. Like the tag team is a special thing. It's an own thing. You need to have someone looking after it to be able to build these storylines in the background. They actually make sense. The tag teams they're flying around. We got now the Wyatts and what's called Street Profits. Street Profits kind of going to the fact they're gonna get into
Yeah, that's
you,
right. The White Six, they've got the belt as well. They got
the
yeah,
Wyatts has
the other
got
one.
the belt
Yeah,
and then doing good, and now they're going against the AAA for
yeah,
the triple
yeah,
tag. So they're
yeah.
going really good in that sense with the Wyatts, and then Finn Balor with McDonald. Now it's the fight is happening there. So yeah, look, they just need to put a good storyline. And remember, tag teams doesn't need to be the main event, but they're good to build up in the background. They're
Yeah, that's
good to
right.
have as a main card,
Yeah,
as a middle card. So you need a good storyline that builds up and it can intertwine with all these main storylines happening because we got different stables.
yeah,
So the tag team could be like when the Usos used to have it when the Bloodline had it. There was a meaning behind it. The Bloodline had
yeah.
everything.
That's
There
right.
was
That's
something with
right.
those tag teams that we need to get
That's
back
right.
to that. and
Yeah.
hopefully they get to that soon. But yeah, not as a match, fucking great, love it. And then we go to the fucking match.
There you go. Off you go.
Oh, I said it. I said it. WrestlePalooza. There was the only good option out there was to give it to Stephanie Baquet. We said yeah, probably was gonna be some intervention from Asuka stuff like that. He did not need any intervention. By far the best match of the night, hands down. They just gave it all. 3 times people start shouting, "This is awesome." 3 times in 3 different spots. People was like, "Holy shit!" People calling La Primera, calling Io Sky. People just was so behind this match because they gave it all, man. Like it was a worthy match for a title match. It's amazing. And Stephanie Baquet, I think Stephanie Baquet, it just went over everyone's expectations, like even further. You know,
Yeah.
she had her dad there as well, which was an awesome boost. But man, la primera latinoamericana, man, la primera sudamericana, la primera sudamericana, men or women, into
Hmm.
hold the major title in WWE. That's huge. No one passed Mexico down. Puerto Rico has been the only one,
Yep.
but no one in South America has ever hold one of the major titles in WWE and just give it to La Primera, which had a year to remember. Her
Oh
debut,
yeah.
she
Yeah.
debuted and just straight away clicked with the people straight away. Like North American champion, fucking double champion, lose the title, and then we got a women's champion. It's like, right, just give it all. So,
Yeah.
man, I was just stoked when she won it. I'm like, it needed to happen, and now we're gonna have a champion against champion at Perth, which is great because it doesn't matter who wins. It's champion against champion. They're gonna give it all. If she was able to do that with Io Sky, which is a massive
Oh,
high
it'll be
flyer,
Tiffy. It'll be Tiffy.
it'll be Tiffy, but she will put everything on the line. Tiffy's gonna,
Oh
and
yeah.
this is the thing, Tiffy's gonna have to keep up with Baker because it's a different type of wrestling. She just
But
jumps,
she can.
moves,
Tiffy's background is gymnastics, so she'll
100%.
be fine.
She'll be
Yeah.
fine, but just gonna be a match to remember. But man, hands down, it's one of those matches where just you go in with expectation of, oh, I really want this wrestler to win it. But when halfway through the match, you're like, I don't give a fuck who wins. I don't care about the storyline anymore. I don't care with these guys. Just give it to any of them. Like it just doesn't matter. Like Io Sky would have won it. It would not hurt Stephanie Beckett whatsoever.
No.
Like it wouldn't really matter who won this match because
Yeah.
it was so good. You will be like, whoever's the winner is because just yes, that's it. The other one just cast out pretty much. There was no other way. And
Mm.
that's pretty much it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I have nothing to add. You said it all. I also thought it was the match of the night. And I must admit I got emotional when she went
Oh
over and hugged her dad
man,
because
I cried.
like this is like we're both parents and like we want our kids to follow their dreams, and when this is his daughter getting to achieve her dream, getting to be WWE champion when she was like a little girl in San Fernando, Chile. She dreamt of this moment, and here it is coming true. And like I'm sure they visualized it, they manifested it, and it all came. She did the hard work, and here they are. And I shed a tear. I won't lie to you, I shed a tear.
Oh man,
Again, match of the night, loved it. For me, it was a 9 out of 10 match. Nothing's
100%.
perfect, but it was 9 out of 10, easy.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was a point that was low in that
Mm.
match. I think nine
No,
out of
no,
ten just
hell
well
no,
served.
no.
Like it's just
Yeah.
from
Mm,
beginning to end, it's just
mm.
absolutely banger of a match and a year's guy and the respect. And I love the ending because at the moment that Stephanie wins the title, she puts the title in the middle and she bows to your sky. If you don't know about Japan, get to know about Japan and Japanese wrestling
Yeah,
because that's a massive sign of respect
yeah.
that you only get if you've been wrestling in Japan and you understand what that means.
Hmm.
And Yusuke was really grateful when she did it. Like it's just an amazing sign of respect from Stephanie Baker and Yusuke. Just absolutely great match, and I'm really happy it was no intervention on this. Really, really happy. Just it would have
Yeah,
just not given the same boom that the match
yeah.
had. So
Agreed,
fucking loved it.
agreed. Yeah.
We got the new South American Chilean fucking champion. in WWE. So happy. And she will hold the title. I'll say we say she's gonna hold the title until WrestleMania, which she probably will
Oh,
lose it to Mami.
at least,
At
yeah,
least
at least.
she's gonna probably lose it to Mami. Even though they're building up a really good relationship in inside, so we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it's not gonna be
Mm.
Mami. Maybe it's gonna be Liv Morgan again. We don't know. Something could happen, but we got WrestleMania to get there. Then we got the mixed tag team match between CM Punk, AJ Lee, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch. Man, this was kind of a comedy slash. It was a good match. I gotta say, it's a good match. It was
It was a good match. It
entertaining.
was a great match.
It's a
Yeah.
great match. It was really entertaining. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'll take back when I said maybe they won't work because they tried before and it wasn't working. But Bottas Hill, fuck, they work a lot. Absolutely, they're great. Both of them, they're doing really good work as a couple, um, as a heel couple. They're doing so good, man. Really like it. And CM Punk and AJ Lee, man, she just look hands down. Like you gotta give props to Becky Lynch. She helped
Yep.
heaps AJ to go through the match,
Yep.
but AJ looked really well as well.
Yep. Here's the thing, right? When AJ Lee had her first run in WWE, I dropped off, so I didn't experience any of that. I wasn't watching wrestling at that stage. Um, so I didn't know much about it, but mate, she's a gun. She's really good, and like there was hardly. I mean, there was a little bit of ring rust, but as you'd expect after 10 years away from the business. But she was fantastic, and just the psychology of Seth Rollins too, and just like not and everyone waiting for everyone letting AJ just wait at in the corner there, and him knowing that like he can't tag Becky in because if Becky tags in, then AJ comes in. So
Yeah,
then when AJ eventually came in, she had her moment, and then she got the victory by putting Becky in the Black Widow.
yeah,
So that was fantastic, and like there was like a double bulldog, her and CM Punk bulldogging Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. No, it was a great match. It's obviously not the end of it,
no,
and I've got a theory as to where AJ Lee's going to head. I might as well say it now, eh? I might as
yeah.
well. We're talking about AJ
We're
Lee.
already on it.
We've seen Bailey. Bailey came out in an AJ Lee t-shirt,
Yeah,
and then she came out wearing CM Punk's jacket saying AJ's husband. She came out last week on Raw, I think it
yeah,
was. Sorry, this week on Raw. So, and she's got that split personality character
yeah,
going, like angle going. So I think she's going to develop some type of obsession with AJ Lee,
yeah.
and she's going to have a feud with AJ Lee. I think that's where we're heading.
Yeah, I agree. Probably that's where we're going. I'm really liking this Bailey thing. When
Yeah,
she did in the locker room, fucking pissed myself laughing.
yeah,
When
yeah.
it because the one thing is to pretend you have a split personality, but I believed that she was with
Oh
more than
yeah,
one person in that room.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah, no,
was
she's good,
at one point I was like,
very good.
is this? She must be with someone else inside. Like, but it's not possible. We know it's not possible,
Mm.
but is she with someone else inside? Like it was really confusing at one point. And when
It
she
was,
walks in, I'm like, bruh, she's doing such a good work.
but we're going off the mark again.
Again, oh,
Let's stick to
sorry,
WrestlePalooza.
sorry, my bad. But I loved
No,
it,
it's my fault.
loved
I
it.
started it.
That's all right. It's all good. We always have it. And then we go to the what the fuck match of the night, which is Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Man, this match was nothing to match crazy. It
Well, I
was
think you're being a bit harsh.
look great match. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, great match. Nothing to say about that. But what were you
It's a
expecting?
match. It's a match we would have seen on Raw or SmackDown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's nothing spectacular in the match. 70 minutes, man. One of the shortest, one of the shortest match of the night.
Mm.
Like Drew McIntyre wasn't gonna win. We knew that.
No, he was never going to win.
Never gonna win. And this story built up out of nowhere. Like he has no background.
Here's the
Uh,
thing, but because Cody was away for 4 weeks filming Street Fighter here in Sydney,
mm,
so they had to have him on that WrestlePalooza. He's the champion. So they had a very short time frame. They had a very short window, and it started before that. It started when Drew kicked him in the head, put his head through the announce table, and
yeah.
that gave Cody the 4 weeks off to go film Street Fighter, and he came back. So the
Yeah,
story
but look,
actually
but
started.
this is the thing. You got that much time off because so much social media these days. Why they continue just to feud like through clips, through promos, through
Well, because
videos.
Cody was filming a movie. He was busy.
It doesn't matter. Like it's a minute video. That goes a long way. And Cody does fucking stupid shit on social media. Like he can take a minute. Like this, the writers can literally build up a story a minute long. They can go a long way and just keep people engaged to build up to this match. It's fucking awesome. Like you
Mm.
can't do it. This stage you can't. It's possible. It doesn't matter if it's fucking built. Like The Rock is filming a movie and at the same time he's recording a freaking promo for his tequila and then he's doing something else and
Yeah,
then this he does like 100 million promos while he's watching.
yeah,
So it's possible. Like these days you could actually build up a good match through social media with these two
yeah. That's
wrestlers.
true.
You know what I mean? So you could done it. Like it was nothing is stopping you from doing it. You could even have Drew McIntyre pretending going to Sydney, or pretending like Storm out somewhere. Like they could do it. Like it's possible. It's a
Well,
lot
they
good.
couldn't pretend to come to Sydney because the storyline was that Cody was out. Not the storyline was Cody that Cody was filming a movie. Everyone knew Cody was filming a movie, but
But that's what
that
I'm
wasn't the
saying.
storyline.
People knew it was from the movie. Like we're talking about this behind the
So
curtains.
what?
Like it's just
So what would you give WrestlePalooza a grading?
look. I think.
Not out of 10. A letter. Give me a letter.
Oh fuck, a letter. I'm worried because Chile, South America is all about numbers. Um, I would say a C plus. Let's
Wow.
say a
All right.
C. Like I know ESPN gave him a C.
Yeah.
Um, but a C plus maybe. It's just because it's such a big moment on that women's match. It just really saved WrestlePalooza, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because the beginning people was a bit fucking down, and then we got the tag team match, which was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. And then you got the massive match, it was the women's world championship, which couldn't be perfectly the main event. And then you got a good tag team match, mixed tag team match, and then you got a match that mean absolutely nothing. So it's like for the first ESPN thing, I think ESPN would expect a better card and a better build up. If Cody Rhodes was out, leave Cody Rhodes out of ESPN. I think it was a bad idea to bring him to Rusapalooza. They shouldn't have just kept him out. Nothing to do with it. Just kept him out, or get Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre in a non-title match, in a fucking parking lot match, or something like that. Get him in something like that, and then you get the women's title as the main event. And what a better way to finish the night with that match.
Mm.
Imagine if they would have finished with that match, then ESPN would have been like,
Yeah.
bring me
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
bring me more. I
Yeah.
want more, But with this, they ended up with a match like that. They're like, bro, the like the third match of the night was way better than the fifth. Like,
Oh
what are
yeah.
we doing here?
Yeah. Well,
So that's why.
yeah. Here's the problem I had with it. This was built up massively because it was the
Yes,
first one on ESPN. Triple H was saying there's going to be plenty of surprises. It's going to be awesome. There was not one surprise.
I
Not
know
one
there was
surprise.
one surprise. It was really
Who?
good. It was
What?
the induction of,
Oh yeah, but that's
but it was a
come on.
nice. It was nice.
It was nice.
It was very
Exactly.
nice.
It was
But
nice.
yeah, it was.
It was
But it
nice,
wasn't.
but that's not what he was talking about. Where were the
No.
surprises?
Yeah, I know.
Where?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The only surprise was Paul Heyman announcing Brock Lesnar. But again,
Yeah.
great, but that's not a massive surprise.
Not really. Yeah.
So I'll give it a B minus, which is not far from where you are.
No, we're pretty much the same sort.
Yeah.
Roughly. Yeah.
So I think they talked that up too much.
Yeah, I think. Look, again, WrestlePalooza came out of nowhere. That's the first thing. WrestlePalooza
Yeah.
didn't have massive build up, so they have to build that up pretty fast.
And CM
Um,
Punk's right. It is a stupid name.
it is a fucking stupid name, WrestlePalooza,
Yeah.
and but
Mm.
why? But and WWE is doing too much of this out of pay-per-views out of nowhere. Like you just they're doing too many times. They're
The
coming up with
wrestling
this,
business.
but
Business.
I know it's business, but it's not doing any favors at all. They're just
Still
following
making money.
TKO, ESPN. But look, if you were let's say this, if you were ESPN after this, would you invest any more money in WWE?
Well, they're locked in. They got the contract. So
I know, but would you be regretting right now? You were like,
no, probably not. I wouldn't regret investing in WWE at the moment at all. It's red hot.
they headed
Red hot.
SmackDown.
Huh?
They headed a Raw and a SmackDown. That was a Raw. I think it was Raw. They gave it an F to fucking Raw.
Yeah, but that's just an opinion. Opinions, like people have
I know,
opinions.
but ESPN, you know, because you got stakeholders, they don't
They're
give a
not
fuck.
regretting a single thing, mate. I'll tell you now. They're not regretting a single thing.
Like I don't know. I just saying, like in this, if you want to have a show, like you're gonna have a good show, especially for the first one, I think we'd expect a bit more, and it'll be like,
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's red hard, fair enough, but is it worth the money
Yeah,
when you got people
100%.
leaving?
Yep.
Fans are starting to get frustrated. Fans are gonna start dropping out soon if
No, they
WWE
won't.
does with the
No, they won't.
tickets. Yeah, they wait.
No, they won't.
Why?
No, they won't.
People can't go to the shows.
Yes, they can. They get to it. They fill them up. People will go. They'll put the prices up. People will go. People,
I
they
don't know
release
how
the
much
prices.
longer. I don't know how
Oh,
much longer, to be honest.
I do. I do. I do. Because I'm one of the idiots that paid overs to go to 2 WrestleManias.
Yeah,
So
but fair enough. But compared to the price now, I mean, the price are going
the
freaking
price now
hike,
is the
hike,
same as
hike,
last year.
hike, hike.
It's the same as last year. It might have gone up a little bit, but it's the same as last year. Trust me.
I don't know.
People
Look,
pay it. People pay it.
people pay. Yeah, but people like it. Like, but again, how
Can I
much are you
tell you
gonna
this
be?
part? Can I tell
What?
you this? The people that are complaining about the ticket, and I think they're ridiculous. I think the ticket prices are stupidly high for what it is. It's a great product, but it's stupidly high.
Mm.
But the people that are complaining about the ticket prices weren't going to go anyway.
But that's the thing. How much can you bank on the will of the fans to go just because it's WWE?
I think you can bank a lot on it at the
How
moment.
much longer can you bank on that? Like
Well, as
it
long as you
gets
keep
to
doing the storylines,
it gets
they're going
nah.
to keep going.
Look, it gets to a point. It's too much. Like you can love something a lot, but it's gonna get
Mhm.
to a point that you're gonna think, "Hey, man, fuck, I'm spending too much money on this. This is not worth it anymore. I don't care
Yeah,
how
but
much it
you
is."
know what the problem with that is?
Yeah,
There's the next people that are coming up that have got like let's face it, the majority of the demographic for WWE are young men between say 18 and 35, right? That's a lot of disposable income. Most of them probably aren't married, don't have kids, so they're willing to spend. Trust me, I when I was at WWE World this year in Vegas, the line to buy the title belts was like massive, massive. That's the only reason I didn't get a belt there, because again, me stupid, I was willing to pay stupid money for a belt. The cheapest belt on sale, the cheapest one was $550 plus tax.
damn.
That's the cheapest one. And the line, I'm not kidding you, if you stretched it out because it's 12, I reckon if you stretched it out, it would have been 500 meters easy.
Jesus Christ.
So people find the money.
Yeah,
People
fair
find the
enough.
money.
Like, but it's a good way, but it's also like it gets. I think it gets to a point. It's too much, Like people find the money, but how much people's gonna find the money at one point where people will be like, "Fuck this shit." You know what I mean?
I
It's
don't think
fair
we're
enough.
there yet. I think we're far away from that yet.
All depends. Look, you all depends how much TKO's gonna. If TKO's is gonna keep putting the prices up. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they are.
It
And
depends how
and
much high they're gonna get.
and because they announced, and this is a great segue, WrestleMania 43 was announced in Saudi Arabia. All right. That did two things. All right. Firstly, it pissed off a lot of people,
Yeah,
which we'll talk about. And secondly, it guaranteed that next year's WrestleMania in Vegas will be sold out,
that's
because not
yeah,
many
hundred
people are
percent.
going to travel to Saudi Arabia to go to 43. But they're like, okay, I'm not going to go 2 years without going to Mania. I'm going back to Vegas, or I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah,
I've heard
that's
rumors of
true.
hotel rooms already being hiked up in Vegas for that
Hang on a
weekend
second. Look, we
based on that
got.
announcement.
Are we gonna have enough time to talk about this? I don't think we do because I got a lot of shit to say.
Well,
Do you want to? We're gonna stop here in WrestlePalooza and then come back and we just talk about that.
let's do
Because
that. And we've
let's
still got to talk about Dirty Dom. Why don't I just give you my fantasy booking with Dirty Dom?
let's do it in the next part because I want to hear it. I don't want to
All
miss that
right.
one part, and I want to
All
tell you
right.
my opinion.
All right. All right. We go to the next one, part
All right,
two.
let's stop. Okay, we get here to WrestlePalooza, a little bit segue WrestleMania, but we're gonna go to we stop here and go to the next part. We talk about WrestleMania.